Welcome back to your Dicefunctional checkpoint. In this second checkpoint video, we'll be summarizing sessions 16 to 30. Let's get right to it, shall we? First, the party heads to Villavel to shop for magic items. There, the party discovers the Cerulean Hollows, an item shop and expedition center run by a man who appears to be a genasi. It's set up next to a huge crack in the ground, filled with multitudes of underwater caves. Most of the items for sale are far out of the party's price range, however, so they pick up a few necessities and move on to Thornhurst. To get to Thornhurst, the city of thieves, they take a train to Sion, then ride the rest of the way in Asher's cart, rather than wait for another train to take them closer. On the road, the cart is shot at by a marksman hidden atop the cliffside. Soon after, a group of bandits, led by an elven guardsman, attempt to ambush them. With some quick reactions and clever preparations, the party actually gets the drop on them and captures the bandits for interrogation. The bandits reveal that someone from the family told them to set up a trap here, though they're not sure who. Either way, the sniper is nowhere to be seen. Now at Thornhurst, the party happily does some shopping while Kaz hunts down a man called Highlord. Highlord turns out to be a short, fluffy tabaxi who knew her Uncle Don well when he was still a renowned thief. Highlord agrees to help dig into the mystery of what was stolen from the Reyes estate. Knowing what was stolen may lead us to who framed Don and why. They're also able to confirm it was a changeling that did it, and that changelings all over the criminal world are going missing, getting scooped up for some mysterious jobs. The party is attacked once more within Thornhurst by a group of mercenaries, once again supposedly hired by the family to kill them. The party kills all but one, who leads the party to a stash of money. The party finds 10,000 gold in a chest in the mercenaries' cart, which is an astonishing amount of money, given that the mercs were told only one of the party members had to die. Well, it's the party's money now. The party also meets a dwarvish man named Erasmo in Thornhurst, who doesn't seem quite as villainous as the other criminals around. He tasks them with delivering a letter to a friend in Albadil in exchange for a nice reward. So, with Highlord beginning his own search and the party now enjoying a few new expensive toys, they leave Thornhurst and head to nearby Albadil. There, Erasmo's friend reveals that the dwarvish man was the old quartermaster to the Queen of the North and is wanted by the Northern Ecesian government for treason, though neither of them know what it is he did. In Albadil, the party also meets Vera, a very tall, very muscular woman who works in construction. The most important thing about her is that Kaz has a very big gay crush on her. Highlord contacts them again. He doesn't have any new leads for Don's sake, but he's found someone Darius was looking for, and that person is in the dwarven city of Magrin. The party hurries to the train station to get there ASAP and notices the ticketer looks exactly like the ticketers in the other cities. A mystery for another time. In Magrin, the party meets Detective Setsuna Deliva. He's currently on a stakeout mission, keeping an eye on a house across the street. Darius needs his help to find out what happened to her missing spouse and daughter, disappeared one night under mysterious circumstances. Deliva is willing to help, but first, he needs their help on his current mission. Deliva has been trying to nail a woman for drug smuggling, but she hasn't left her house in a few days. He's not a combatant, so he'd like the party to check it out in some way. The party decides to send in Kaz alone, being the stealthiest of the party, while wearing a pair of glasses that allows the rest of the party to see what she sees. Inside, she finds a horrid scene. The woman in question is found dead on her own bed, tied down and eaten alive by a stray cat trapped in the room with her. The culprits are nowhere to be found, but a man is found in the basement. This man is wearing a horse mask and apparently cut off his own hand. He chases Kaz out of the house, and as his mask rips, they see that he appears to be asleep, though his body is still moving. Deliva takes his leave, his detective work finished in this case. The party decides the horse masked man is too dangerous to leave alone, and together they descend into the basement to take him down. After a long, tense fight, they succeed only to discover that staying within 5 feet of him will actually make you fall asleep and wake up in a dreamland. While deciding what to do next, Asher spots an invisible sensor watching Granny. The party retreat into Asher's cart, where the sensor cannot follow, and asks why someone might be following her. Granny admits that she was a wanted criminal in Vermune in the past. This revelation prompted the rest of the group to share some of their secrets. Rot mentions his rotting curse. Asher confides in Darius that he's died before and does not want to again, and Tana reveals that an archfate wants her to steal the moon. At that moment, they are interrupted by a random commoner with a message from Oriel Merkstel, the leader of the family. Apparently, that 10,000 gold that the group found was actually stolen from him, and now he's coming for them. The party realizes they've been set up, but with no leads, they will just have to try to avoid the family until they can prove that Oriel has been tricked. The party tries to dig further into the mystery surrounding the horse-masked man, venturing into the sewers underneath the woman's house to try to find where he came from. Instead, they find another masked man, sleepwalking in much the same way, as well as several other people who are simply sleeping but won't wake up. This one had written all over the wall in his own blood the same 8 lines over and over again. The party also tries to take down this rat-masked man, at the last minute deciding to knock him out instead of kill him. They investigate the bloodied wall and realize that these lines are prophecy, and one seems to be about Shay, the orcish doctor that they met at the Reyes estate, and he may owe the family something. Asher calls Maya to see if she knows where Shay is, and over the course of the call, the party realizes that she is likely being held hostage by the family at her own estate. Just as the party decides to find Shay and rescue Maya somehow, they hear a whistle down one of the sewer tunnels. Someone is hunting them down. The party scrambles to get out of the sewers and bundles the sleeping men safely into Asher's cart and starts their journey back to Giran. Their pursuer catches up with them in Giran and reveals himself to be Suero, one of the family's top members. He compliments them for their gall, stealing from his father, Oriel. The party manages to persuade him to give them a chance to prove that they were set up. He gives the party 3 days to come up with the actual culprit, a task that seems almost impossible. Almost. Asher comes up with the idea to use himself as bait. Not surprising. If this mysterious pursuer is so desperate to have them killed, then they'll be forced to move quickly at a chance like this. Working with Captain Marceau of the Giran Guards, the same man responsible for arresting Dawn, Asher is taken to a remote shack in the mountains with the rest of the party following close behind. Shocking no one except Marceau, the party is attacked in the middle of the night by a mage and a stone giant. The party kills the giant while helping Marceau stay alive and manages to capture the mage for questioning later. After some memory magic shenanigans, the mage reveals that a man named Verzil is in charge of all the recent assassination attempts. Verzil is a fixer, a man who makes dirty spots in important individuals' histories go away. The party takes this information to Suero, who is genuinely surprised they used their head start to actually find evidence instead of trying to run away. However, while he is convinced this wouldn't be enough proof for his father, and until the party gets enough proof, he will have to keep pursuing them. But if they do get enough proof, he'll personally take them to his father to sort things out. Having bought some more time, the party heads to northern Ekes. Amador has told Asher about a mining expedition that a friend did, but those people have not reported back in a few days. Even though most of the party felt like this was a trap, they decided to check it out anyway, having no other leads at the moment. They reach the cave the mining expedition supposedly went into and find a scene of disaster. 3 people had evidently been experimenting on a new energy source, a refined crystal from the plane of fire. But their most recent experiment had resulted in a horrible, steam-filled explosion, killing all 3. And worst of all, that explosion attracted the attention of a horrible monster who hunts by sensing vibrations, and which arrived just after the party. The party quickly broke through a cave wall and started a hasty retreat, but that monster is still in pursuit. And that's where we left off. We hope you enjoyed this recap of sessions 16 through 30. We hope to see you at session 31. Until next time.